On Christmas Day, reality slows down for a reason before we begin. Take a moment. If you are someone who reflects on consciousness, energy, and the deeper nature of reality, I invite you to subscribe to this channel now. Not for numbers, but so these reflections can continue to find you when you need them. Now breathe slowly and let's begin. There is something unique about Christmas Day that most people sense but rarely articulate. Time feels different. The world seems too slow, even if only slightly. Sounds feel softer. Movements feel gentler. And beneath the celebrations or the silence, there is a subtle pause, as if reality itself is taking a breath. This is not imagination. This is coherence. In quantum physics, systems behave differently when interference decreases, when external pressure is removed, when constant input slows. Systems naturally move toward order. Noise fades. Patterns become visible. Information flows more clearly. Christmas Day carries this same energetic quality, not because of tradition or belief, but because collective activity shifts. Billions of minds soften simultaneously. Schedules loosen. Urgency pauses. Attention turns inward, even for those who don't consciously reflect on it. And when awareness slows collectively, reality responds. The universe is not only shaped by particles and forces, it is shaped by interaction. And interaction is influenced by attention. At the quantum level, particles exist as probabilities until interaction occurs. What becomes real is not just what exists, but what is engaged with. In a similar way, human experience becomes meaningful not through constant activity, but through presence. On this day, whether surrounded by people or alone, awareness naturally drifts closer to the present moment. Memories arise, emotions surface, questions appear, and silence, even uncomfortable silence, carries information. This is not weakness. This is sensitivity. Sensitivity is not fragility. It is perception without armor. When awareness is unguarded, reality feels more vivid. Loss may feel sharper. Gratitude may feel deeper. Longing may feel closer to the surface. But this openness is not something to escape. It is something to understand. In physics, openness allows systems to exchange information. In consciousness, openness allows meaning to emerge. You may notice that today, thoughts move differently, less linear, less aggressive, more reflective. This is not regression. This is integration. The mind is not solving, it is processing. And processing is essential. Modern life conditions awareness to move constantly outward, to fix, improve, achieve, and explain. But meaning does not arise from constant output. Meaning arises from absorption, from allowing experience to settle into understanding. Christmas Day invites this settling. You do not need to be joyful today. You do not need to feel grateful. You do not need to feel anything specific at all. Presence is enough. From a quantum perspective, presence reduces noise. And when noise reduces, coherence increases. When coherence increases, perception sharpens. And when perception sharpens, reality feels more meaningful, not because it changed, but because you are finally perceiving it clearly. This is why moments of stillness feel sacred. Even outside of belief systems, silence allows awareness to synchronize with reality rather than compete with it. The universe does not require celebration. It responds to coherence, and coherence is born in moments like this, when attention slows, when expectation loosens, when awareness rests instead of striving. If today feels quiet for you, let it be quiet. If today feels heavy, let it be heavy. If today feels empty, let it be empty. Emptiness is not absence. It is space, and space is where potential exists. At the quantum level, all creation begins in potential, not in certainty, not in form, but in openness. The same is true for human experience. New meaning does not arise when everything is full. It arises when there is room. If this reflection resonates with you, pause for a moment and write in the comments, "I am present," not as a ritual, as an honest state. Christmas is not a moment to perform happiness. It is a moment to return to awareness. And awareness does not ask you to be anything other than what you already are. There is nothing missing today, nothing to fix, nothing to rush. Reality has slowed for a reason. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay within